What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Queen House Crime. I'm back again with another video. Shout out to my old and new subscribers. Shout out to my members and my moderators. I hope everybody is doing good, doing great, staying productive, and getting ready for this new year we about to step into, 2022. I hope y'all ready for it. We got work to do. Strap on your seatbelts, y'all. Tonight, we're going to talk about a little bit about Daniel Robinson. Okay? There's a lot of information and there's a lot that goes into this case. So we will be dealing with it a little bit at a time. Just like we do with Jelani Day. Just like we do with all the cases, Summer Wills. A little bit at a time. So you can get a good understanding. So you can understand everything. So we can point out the inconsistencies, the red flags. So we're going to look a little bit at a time. All right? Just by reading over some of the information, it's a whole bunch of red flags, y'all. Let me do a quick PSA. We don't sugarcoat, we keep it real. If you are sensitive by words or picky by anything, you might want to click off. We don't hold back over here. By any means, no cases. We don't hold back. All right? If something don't look right, we're going to say that. If we got a question, we're going to ask it. Quick PSA. Daniel Robinson, he was 24 when he went missing. He went missing June 23rd. A couple days after Summer Wills went missing. He's still missing. He's been missing 6 months, just like Summer Wills. So you will have a general timeline of how long he's been missing. He graduated from the College of Charleston in 2019 with a degree in archaeology. Accepted a job as a field geologist with Matrix New World Engineering in 2019. In the weeks leading up to his disappearance, his family and friends noted he was showing odd behavior. I'm going to say friends and his sister. Okay? I'm not going to say group in the dad with that. Okay? Because I've heard how his dad talk. He told his dad he was in love with a woman that he barely knew. This woman was revealed to be a person named Caitlin, who Daniel did Instacart deliveries for. Apparently and allegedly, Daniel starts to act odd towards her. After they allegedly hooked up, he started showing up to her house unaccounted, texting her that he loved her out the blue. This, of course, scared Caitlyn, and she cut him off after these odd encounters. And this can be found in the Rolling Stone article, which I do have. I did read it. We'll be making some reference to that article. I might be pulling that up, especially with Caitlyn, because Caitlyn got to come to the carpet. According to the Rolling Stone, Daniel texts Caitlyn this the night before he went missing. The world can get better, but I'll have to take all the time I can or we can. Whatever to name it. I'll either see you again or never see you again. And I quote. When Caitlyn was interviewed, she basically said she hooked up, hung out with Daniel because he was short and missing part of his right arm, so he had to be harmless. So he was born like that, just for the people that might ask what happened while he only have one arm. So he was born like that. So when police interviewed Caitlyn, she basically said they didn't have a relationship, but a friend gave her contradicting information that Daniel and the woman hooked up after having some drinks. Before Daniel went missing, there's no actual date that this ever happened, but it was reported that he randomly left his house one day, left all the doors wide open. He didn't come back for hours, and when he came back, he acted as if nothing happened. So let's scroll back up. We got a couple things we're going to address here. Okay. First, let's start off with what is weird. Off the bat, everybody's saying he acted weird. What is weird? What? Because everybody has different definitions of weird. People that observe people that are different than them, they call that weird. People that look different than them, they call that weird. So, what is all these people's definitions and their outlook on the word weird? I do not like how everybody wants to say he was acting weird, he looked weird, his behavior was weird. I just don't know if I can get with that. I cannot believe that. Because a lot of the times what happens is people make the victim, try to paint the victim as crazy or weird to make it seem like they're wrong or they at fault for something. When it can be a whole nother side of a story that we don't know yet. I find it odd that everyone, friends, Caitlyn, workers, is saying he was weird. I have a problem with that. Also, the daddy, David, if his son wasn't capable of living in Arizona alone, have his own place, graduating, if he wasn't capable of doing any of that, I do not believe he would allow his son to live way out in Arizona while he in South Carolina without him. He would be close if he felt that his son needed his assistance. So I honestly don't believe that there was anything mentally wrong with Daniel Robinson. I believe people are trying to paint him a certain way to fit the narrative that he either harmed himself, that he was in a depressive state, because that's what they do. Just like Jelani Day, they want to paint him as he committed suicide. That's why they FBI is doing behavior analysis on him. Really? They do these with these victims because they want looking for an easy way out. No. We're not doing it. No. We're not taking no easy way outs. We will not. So yes, I have a problem with that. Just by him graduating from Charleston with honors, joining a fraternity, playing sports, his arm wasn't a problem. He wasn't a victim. He wasn't a statistic. He wasn't none of those things. He wasn't weird and he wasn't odd. Just because he had one arm don't make him weird or odd. None of that. It don't make him none of that. So let's get that straight right there. And that's a big red flag that I see. That everyone, even co-workers, are painting him as weird. And that's just very odd to me. When actually co-workers are somebody that I'm looking at. I want to know more about Kenneth. Okay? I want to know more about Caitlin. And homegirl that was at her house the night Daniel was there. We want to know more about y'all. So let's get into Caitlin. Okay, who Daniel did Instacart deliveries for. Okay, now you invited him to have drinks and chill with you because you thought, as you say, he was harmless, right? Police interview, Caitlin basically said they didn't have a relationship. All right, she was interviewed, said she hooked up, hung out with Daniel because he was short and missing part of his right arm, so he had to be harmless. Caitlin, that's what you said. So when he made a delivery to your house, you made a hit on him. You showed him you was interested. You made that move, and then he obliged. So my question for Caitlin is, what was your motive? What was your motive? Because you're singing a different story than he was singing now. Why? When you made the first move on him, what was your motive? You hooked up with him because he was short and missing part of his arm, so he had to be harmless? That's why you hook up with somebody? That's what attracted you to him? Because that don't sound like somebody that was attracted to somebody that somebody wanted to get to know Daniel. That doesn't sound like she wanted to get to know him, that she liked him for him. You say things like, oh, he's handsome, he's cute, he was polite, he's someone that I could think I might want to get to know. That's what you would say. Not that he was short and he had one arm. Who says that? Red flag. All through that interview. Back to Caitlin and her motive. Now, when people see a person as handicapped, which Daniel didn't look at himself as handicapped. He could do everything that a normal person with all their limbs could do. He didn't look at himself as handicapped. But Caitlin did. Caitlin, did you see that as a sign of weakness? Yeah, we got questions. Did you see that as a sign of weakness? Did you want to take advantage of this young man? Did you want to take advantage of his feelings? Did you want to take advantage of his kindness? Did you want to take advantage of his money? What was your motive? Because the reason you hooked up with him makes no logical sense. None whatsoever. When you want to hang out with someone, you point out qualities. You don't give out reasons why that he seemed harmless. Like, come on now, that don't make sense. That sounds like an excuse. So again, what was your motive? I'm seeing that Daniel might have fell victim to a girl, a young lady, that might have wanted to take advantage of him. In what actual way, I don't know yet. But she had her own motive and reasons why she hit and made the first move on him. And him taking Caitlyn serious when she knew her intentions weren't serious. Did you have someone, Caitlyn? Did you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend? Did you just want to have him on the side? Did you want to play on his heart, his feelings, his money? I mean, what was it? Because you wasn't sincere. I could tell how you talked about him in your interview with the police. Like he meant nothing to you. When we're hearing from Daniel's side that you meant more to him than he did to you. So something is wrong here. Something is wrong with this picture and it's not fitting. And we need to look deeper into this. I cannot believe Caitlyn. She is someone that we need to hold to the side as a suspicious person in this case. Because her accounts and Daniel's accounts of what happened is different. His friends' accounts on what Daniel was saying is different than what Caitlyn is saying. I hope y'all staying with me. So because of his arm, because of how he looked and him being short, Daniel possibly could have been seen as a victim for somebody who prey on people as a mark or a target. This is a possibility of what we could be looking at here. I believe more happened that night. More happened after that night. The friend of Daniels said that they hooked up, even though Caitlyn want to make it like it didn't mean anything. I believe they did actually hook up. But Caitlyn, you went as far as that with him. But it meant nothing. So again, what was your motive? Then you want to paint Daniel like he was overly obsessive. He said he loved you. When his sister said in this article, Rolling Stone article, that you gave him a person to listen to, a spiritual guider to listen to. So you're trying to paint it like it wasn't deep. But once again, by Daniel's fam and friends, it was deeper. I have a problem with that. Why are you distancing yourself? Making it less serious. Making him seem less serious to you when you was really serious to him. You meant something to him. And this man is missing. So why are you distancing yourself? And why aren't stories matching? You saying it wasn't nothing, but Daniel is allegedly saying, I love you. Something ain't right. So, Caitlyn, once again, we got questions. What's your motive? Was you trying to take advantage of Daniel's money, his feelings, his heart? What was it? Did you see Daniel as a victim? Because you meant more to him than he did to you. And your story and your account of things and his is different. Very, very different. And you was one of the people that last seen him, along with the coworker that we will get into next. So yeah, we're very concerned. Thank y'all for watching. It's your girl Queen. I'm checking out. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the next Daniel Robinson video. Once again, he's still missing. And they are still out there searching in Phoenix for Daniel Robinson to this day. He's missing. And Caitlyn, we want answers from you. Kenneth, we're going to get to you. Because we're not done with Miss Caitlyn here. This your girl Queen. I'm checking out. Peace.